Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Transformers The War Within. Now, as you know, The War Within was Dreamwave's attempt in doing the early adventures of Optimus Prime and his teammates, something IDW did with their series Transformers Spotlight. And the cover mainly has Optimus in his more different look than his kind of truck one. And let's go on the story. It starts off with Sentinel Prime now dead, with basically them saying, they say Megatron himself ripped the sparkle from his shattered torso. And we see how Bluestreak is talking with Optimus, saying, they say that he took his sweet time, killed Prime, door at a time, they say. They say a lot, don't they? And we see how it was figure out what was happening, and of course already had the word out when it happened. And of course we see how Bluestreak points out that he was once a merchant and is now in a civil war and that. And we see Optimus is still looking on his files but understanding what Bluestreak's saying. We see how one of the other Transformers, Overhaul, gets killed down. And we see how Cup, also Ironhide, Ratchet and Grimlock holding their position, with Grimlock saying, we hold position! Don't let fire, Cup, how long? Hang on, they say we're... oh, damn it. And of course, we kind of see how they have to kind of deal with not only fire from the ground, but also in the air, one where Bumblebee and the others have to deal with Thundercracker and Skywarp. And of course, trying to horn as many of their teammates as possible. And we see them saying, oh, you're Skywarp. Nice. You soften them up. I'll take them out. And we see how Bumblebee gets dragged out, and knowing that, yeah, the building's now gone. And we see how Grimlock's furious, and of course they make a break for it. And we see how Optimus Prime is talking with the Elders and finds out that he's now picked as the new Optimus Prime, with them saying, you are an activist, yes. They say you must understand that we are all merely angels in a vast unfolding government of past, present and future, and points out that Optimus' role is to help lead the Autobots to a new position. And we kind of see how one of them, Prowl, is looking at an old place where he used to live, and now a barren wasteland, and saying why did Grimlock wanted to meet here. We see how Grimlock's pointing about the next Prime, and of course plans to sort of take the title by force. And of course we see Optimus is showing the visions of the Decepticons and what's to come. And we see how at the ceremony Optimus takes on the role of the Matrix, and of course Decepticon assassins show up into the building, and Optimus ends up becoming Optimus Prime. And we see how Jazz says, is it me, or does he look bigger? Size not matter. And of course we see the Decepticons showing up and killing off some of the other Autobots. And we see how one of them say, protect the Prime. Don't mind us. Make mortals. Get fast. And of course we see how one of them Dark Light turns into a gun. And we see how Optimus tries to take on the other Decepticons. And we see how Grimlock wants to see if Optimus can prove himself, and takes down one of the other Decepticons. And mainly ends up the other one killing the other one by mistake, and of course tries to find out about the Decepticons and Megatron, which he slowly kills himself from using some cyanide-like liquid. And of course the other Autobots look at Prime with kind of surprisement, and they're saying, awesome, if I ever doubted, you are the man. Please, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I cannot continue to ask you to fight on for a cause I do not believe in myself. This place is just too high. I believe we must consider the unspeakable except Cybertron is lost. I want you all to return to your command posts and prepare for what planet-wide evacuation. And we see how on Cybertron, in the darkest calls, Megatron saying, "Now, Optimus Prime, come to me," and having Megatron in a kind of tank-like look. And yeah, this is the story. So, my personal thoughts on issue 1 of War Within is pretty good. Again, you can tell Dreamwave were doing other stories than Transformers and Marvel and Energon, and were doing stuff for their Dreamwave series. And again, Dreamwave also had Ninja Turtles, Duel Masters, also Devil May Cry, and so much. It showed you there was potential, that some of it did get wasted because of the bankruptcy. But I think the story still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.